I can hear you.
I can't hear shit.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear it now. I still can't hear Mia.
He's muted
Hello?
right now.
Oh yeah, you are muted.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you this time around.
Okay.
Hey, nice.
You're a real person now.
Can Dan hear you guys?
Yeah, he can hear us. He said clearly.
Okay, good. Like both?
Yeah, both. Woo. Finally, this is working out. I said I didn't read much of Barbarian. I'll just have it up so I know that's what I'm gonna pull it up. Stop. Here, who is?
Okay, I think I'm finally ready. Yes, it is I. He's asking you guys too much. You might want to shut the door, and then he won't be able to get in there.
Well, me and cuddling with him right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, there's nothing else I can think of to do. About putting Boctor out of the room if he's bugging.
Huh? Yeah, you're on mute again. Oh wait, I guess that just affects you. Here now? Okay. Right, these are all... Okay, so seems like Barbarian is pretty simple. Huh? Can you hear me too? No. Can you hear me at all? No.
I
I can
her
hear
over
you.
you. I hear her over
What?
yours.
Over mine?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I wonder if it's because
She's muted again.
Oh, yeah, you're still muted.
Because if you
It's
look
muted,
at
I
her
can
Discord,
hear
you can see that her mic is muted.
Oh, yeah, you can. You have a little, in the bottom right corner.
I can actually hear Ruby really well. That's good.
Do you know how to unmute Mia?
Oh.
If you need to?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yes. All right. So this is going to still take a little bit of setup. I wasn't able to get everything done that I wanted. But, in fact, give me just a second here.
One.
No, sorry, close the door.
Yeah, that's what was in here.
Oh, okay.
But everything else is working well in here? Yeah, it's going to take me a couple more minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and go live. So
we're gonna try to get you guys to the town. I'm gonna describe the town, and then you guys can kind of just talk to each other and talk things over for a few minutes while I get the map sorted.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So I've lost my ass all day.
He has been. He's been at it all day.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, it's not like he
Yes.
doesn't have a lot of things on his plate as, you know, a DM, an artist.
Right? Seriously.
Well, and he started reading it, and then he started accidentally editing it, and he was like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be editing right.
All right, we are live, guys.
Boy.
We can't see you, Aspen.
I know, I'm fixing my hair. Trying
And
to.
poof, there you are.
I don't have to worry about mine.
It looks worse.
All right.
This
All right,
is
I've got
sad.
to go.
I know. Let me fix my hair too.
Yeah.
Oh, you got hair right here.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Give her a nice little braid.
Here I am thinking I was almost ready, and I was the one not logged into roll20.
Oh, way to go, guy.
Right?
You've just logged 3 other people into roll20.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I've even got it sized correctly. Yay! There we go. Can you guys see that okay?
Oh no!
What's the matter?
Wait.
Should be a city.
It's asking. Yeah, no, but it's asking me, how do you want to create this character?
Yeah.
As if
you
I
can just
did-
click the edit, and
Okay.
it won't do anything into your character.
Okay, good. That's crazy though. Like, it's
See
not
me last
finished.
Let me come check it real quick. Are you able to see the city and stuff in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone? There's no nose?
No, there's no nose.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we left you guys off. You had just had a little tiny battle with a couple orcs that failed their job miserably.
And a bugbear.
And a bugbear who went down without even so much as a slobber. You guys stepped out of the house. What's that? Oh, yeah.
Said he did get slapped by a druid.
Yeah, that was a full-on bitch slap.
For
You guys came out, your little shed there. It was pretty early in the morning. The wind mostly died down. And you see this village, but it's quite a ways off, probably a good 2 miles. The clouds do look kind of stormy. Even though it's early in the morning, it looks like the day could get worse and worse. And that has the potential for you to kind of recuperate, maybe get your bearings, maybe make a little bit of money, get some stuff, get back on the road, do whatever it is that you want to do. So, what are you guys doing? Did you guys prepare spells or anything for the day? All right. We'll just say that you have the same spells prepared that you did last time before you went to bed.
And then we're fully recovered from taking that little cabin, right?
Yeah. I hate those rules where you just automatically fully recover if you fall. God, I wish that would happen. Go to bed and everything's cured.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I was talking about hit point wise because I only had 2 left, so.
Great. Somebody actually did get hit.
Yeah. Dang.
All right, so yeah, this is really the first time since everything happened, since the caravan was attacked, since you guys basically got kidnapped from your own home. So in the past 6 months, this is the first time you've really been able to kind of catch your breath. Is there anything that you want to do before you head on up to the village? Because I'm assuming you're going to be heading up that way.
Whoops.
You want to roll dice?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I had to fix something.
Apparently you did very well with your hand axe.
You did great.
I think I'm going to go ahead and purify or create water for all of us to have for the journey.
That would be smart.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. So do I need to roll for that?
No. You go ahead and purify water, which is probably just some of the snow that's right around you. And get a bucket, purify it in there, and it works really well.
Well, there's that little creek outside too, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna go wash up in anyway. So.
Probably be smart.
I want to wash up too.
Okay, it is
Yeah.
invigorating to say the least. Water is ice fucking cold, and yeah. But you're awake. You're all cleaned off. Yeah, you do have fresh water. And possibly some remnants of food. Hold on. Let's see if you guys ate it all. No, you guys do not have any food left. You guys have noticed that there are like deer and elk in and around here. The druid would know that there's probably some sort of vegetation that could be acquired if you wanted to go scavenging. So
I can go scavenge a little bit of something for us to eat.
okay, go ahead and make what would it be, a nature roll or survival actually?
Yeah. Okay. Woo!
Not
Look at me
bad.
go.
Yeah, you actually managed to find some edible mushrooms and a few different berries, ones that grow deep in the winter. And that's about it, but still a pretty good haul. But, so you guys are fed, and what's your plan of action? Anyway.
So you said we saw the village?
Yeah, you can see it up in the distance, like from where you're at. It's pretty obvious because there's I wouldn't say a lone mountain, but one very obvious mountain that's kind of near to you, and it goes way the hell up. So you're miles away from it, but you can still see it up there. You can see a little bit of smoke rising from the village. Every once in a while, you can catch a little bit of a smell of it.
I think we should start heading that way. That's going to be our best shot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A little protection, recover a little better than what we've been able to on the road here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get some warmer clothes. Would be nice.
All right. I'm going to roll and see if anything happens for the first mile that you guys are hiking. And it's a trek. I mean, you're going through about 2 feet of snow, so you kind of have to force every step. And the further up you go, the thinner the air is getting. It makes it a little tough to do some walking. Well, I guess in the first mile or so, you guys can kind of hear some wolves in the distance, but it's pretty far away. Are you guys going to keep going on, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
the farther we can get, probably the better off we're going to be. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second mile of the journey doesn't go so well for one of you.
Oh.
Dan! Let's see what's happening, huh? All right, you're getting starting to feel a little weak in the knees, and you're not sure if it's your knees or the ground. And as soon as you start thinking that, the ground caves out from beneath you, kind of a giant ice shelf that was built above some rocks. Under you.
Oh.
However, since that came up as a 12, you managed to like hang on or basically jump off at the last second as ice went crashing down into a little ravine, careened off the rocks and shattered. It was incredibly loud. Sounded kind of like a series of gunshots.
Oh my God.
And as you continue on, the last little mile, the village keeps getting closer and closer, and you can see from this distance now that it's got incredibly high log walls all the way around the village. These logs are probably about 30 feet high each. So, all right, anything happen in the third little stretch? You encounter, as you're going up, you can kind of see a figure standing somewhere in between the village and you. And it appears to be a human, and he's dressed in kind of furs. From this distance, the most you can make out is just kind of a big, thick beard. He looks to be a soldier or a guard of some kind. But as you get closer, he just kind of holds up his hand, slow you down. Ho, who be you? And he's not calling you hello.
We be just we We just got out of a really sticky situation, and we're just here to find some shelter, food, and hopefully some clothes too. Warm clothes.
We have to take care
We're
of the dog
no
real quick.
threat. Oh,
1 second. Let me take care of the dog because I can hear that whine and it's cutting us all out.
I can hear him too.
All right, come on, Lee. Baby bed. All right. Anyhow, before you guys really start talking, I was going to have you roll a perception check, but there's no need to roll perception. You guys notice that although he's wearing furs, he's also wearing a skirt, like a plaid skirt, kind of a kilt, and he doesn't really have like any sort of leggings at all. I mean, he's got boots, but you can see his knees. It looks like it's fucking cold as hell, and he doesn't seem to be bothered, so.
Is it windy out?
Yes. Not windy enough for you to get a good view, though. You don't get the shillelagh today, all right? Anyhow, he stops you and he asks what your business is here.
We just escaped slavery from orcs, and we're just looking for some temporary shelter.
Orcs, he picks up his spear like immediately, kind of like starts looking around. He's like, where are they?
Well,
Dead.
You know they're probably about 10 miles away, like the last of them. Well, not the ones he killed in the shed.
Yeah. We killed a few at a hunter's cabin just down the mountain there, but otherwise they're many miles away from here.
He relaxes a little bit, kind of sets his spear back down, but he's leaning against it. Orcs, you say? All right, well, I think I could take you up to the town. You'll probably have to talk to, I imagine, the father there, or at least, I don't know. Let's get you into town. Let's get you warmed up and see what happens, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we got a little bit of money, but if we can earn our keep, that would be great, too.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be earning your keep. If you can tell, and he looks up at the sky, you probably aren't leaving anytime soon. Our winters get nasty up here, and it's at least 2 to 3 weeks to the nearest settlement.
No.
All right. He turns around and starts walking up towards the giant gate. This gate here, if you guys can see it on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to walk towards the giant gate. You can see somebody in one of the watchtowers, and he raises his spear, obviously as some sort of sign that everything's okay. And the gate opens. He brings you inside, and noise kind of hits you. Just village noise. You can hear a lot of like ducks and chickens and cows and stuff. A lot of goats. People talking, just going about their days. You get up closer to the gates, and everything, as far as you can tell, is made of wood, except for the giant tower in the middle. It's made of stone. It's about 5 stories tall. But most of these people look pretty content. Roll perception. All of you.
I notice a lot of things.
You do. Are you guys going to roll perception too? Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
Holy shit.
Go there.
All right.
And then
Miss Aspent. Did you roll?
And then
You did not. Oh, yeah, you did.
character sheet.
Okay.
And then scroll down. And it's perception. Keep scrolling. And it's one of these. Perception. Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Honku is just absolutely absorbed in watching this goose walk down the street, so it is apparently incredibly amazing. Or maybe you're just really hungry. The rest of you guys notice that there's an ogre, and Dan, Brahm, you notice that there's kids just climbing on him and playing on him like he's a playground. Just this ginormous beast in the middle of the town. So, the guard comes to a stop, kind of in the central area right here. And I'll get up a map here in a few minutes, but it's kind of in this central area here. Off to your right, you can see a church, an old stone church. Lots of housing, like I said, the tower up here. And way back in the distance, you can see a keep up on the mountaintop. Not that I can show you on this little map, but you guys come into town, and people look at you, but they seem to ignore you for the most part. They just kind of keep going on about their day. You've got the housewives carrying buckets of water on their shoulder. You've got a bunch of men sitting there talking about something over beer. Pretty typical village. This first house here, it's a longhouse, and I know it didn't drop very well, but that's a longhouse, kind of like the old Viking longhouses you'd see. The guard leads you into there, and there's quite a few people in there talking, mostly talking about some sort of raid that they had probably about a month ago, and what they could do to better store rations and food for the winter and all sorts of stuff. You see one guy in there, and you can just tell he's probably the leader. Big guy, probably 6.5 feet tall. He's got a really full but closely cropped beard, very curly. Same with his hair, really long curly hair. He's pretty old. You can tell by the way he talks, but his looks would belie that, I guess. He looks like he's maybe in his mid-40s, but you can tell he's older than that. But he stands up once he sees you, and he kind of comes thumping over, just towering over everybody. What do we have here? He's looking at you for.
Hello.
Just some folks who escaped from some orcs and looking for some temporary shelter and possibly some work.
Oh, you came in at just the right time. Well, we could definitely put you to work. We don't know when our next raid is coming up, but are any of you good at... well, you're all equipped, so I imagine you're probably a little bit good at something. I don't know about rooms. We're a little bit full. We've got a bunch of the dwarven miners up here taking over most of the inn. You can still go in and get yourself a beer if you want, but I'm going to have you talk to the father in the church and see what he can do to help you. Until then, just kind of wander around, make yourselves at home, and we'll get you set up with at least a room.
Appreciate it, friend.
He goes back and sits down and kind of offers for you to sit down around the fire, the giant-ass fire that they've got going in this longhouse here. People keep milling in and out. Topics of the conversation just keep changing from, whose property overruns who else's, how many geese are owed, et cetera, just random village crap. And after a while, you guys actually start to relax. The big guy, I forgot to introduce him. His name is Dalgaiden, the big guy. He sits back and he lights up a pipe of tobacco. And he offers, there's a keg sitting next to him, keg of mead, nonetheless. And he offers it to anybody who wants a drink. There's a bunch of glasses just kind of sitting on top or on shelves right there. So
I'll take one.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one as well. You're on mute, girl.
I'm gonna take one as well.
All right. You guys take
Drink
it.
alcohol, so
What's that?
I don't drink alcohol.
Miss Goody Two Shoes. All right.
I'll have some water.
All right. They do get you some water. It's really good, refreshing water. The mead is absolutely delicious and stronger than you're accustomed to. So, yeah, it warms you right the fuck up, though. Like, just instantly. And everything suddenly becomes a little bit more calm around you. All the chatter just kind of seems to blend in together. It makes for a nice, warm, comfy, cozy area. You guys are in there enjoying your time and your water. And after a while, an old man walks in. He's just got the typical priestly robes, just brown robes and a slight hood. He's got kind of a longish white beard. His hair comes down to about his shoulders, but it's combed back pretty severely and held there, like probably with lard or something, God knows what. But this older man comes up and he introduces himself as Father Henchley. And he's the proprietor of the church over here. And I've heard that you are in need of a place to stay.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Father. I'm a cleric.
And one with manners at that. Good.
Absolutely.
Well, how can I be helping you?
My friends and I escaped a prison caravan a few weeks ago, and we're just looking for shelter, somewhere to stay for a while to try to get back on our feet.
That makes sense. Well, Not a lot of room left in town. I've got a bunch of dwarven miners in here. I'm sure you've heard all about it. But I do have a little bit of a space that you can hole up in for a while. It's small, but you'll find it cozy, I think. When you guys are ready, just come meet me over in the church, and I'll show you to your room.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Father.
With that, he bows and just kind of stumps back on out. He's pretty slow. He looks fairly injured in his old age. But yeah, he stumps out. He opens the door, and some wind comes blasting in, reminding you how ass fucking cold it is outside. But yeah, he heads off onto the church. Dalgaiden mentions that you guys are welcome to stay in this the longhouse for as long as you want until the sun goes down, and then we have to close it up. So you're welcome to hang out in here. It's like next door to this longhouse, if you can see it on where I'm clicking, right here, is a marketplace. And if you want to, you can go in there if you have any money. There are plenty of things to buy. Jewelry, chickens, always the chickens. Coal if you need it. Whatever you'd like. If you really...
I want to go to the marketplace.
Okay. He continues that if you're feeling ill, then what you'll need is go out to that stone hut right out front. It's kind of got one of the round roofs on it. And the mother there can get some healing and whatnot for you if you need it. So other than that, feel free to look around. Tavern's right up by the tower. He kind of points out, and you can kind of see this through the window, but this right there is the tavern. And he's like, other than that, just feel free to make yourselves home, get comfortable.
So
I'm sorry,
who are
what?
we raiding?
Huh?
So who are we raiding?
Who are you raiding?
Yeah, I'm asking him that. Who are we raiding?
Oh, we're not raiding anybody. We're preparing for a raid at any moment.
Oh, so somebody's going to raid you. Okay.
Oh, it happens occasionally. Well, this town is made up of a bunch, well, it used to be a bunch of barbarians that had been forced from their homes, the ones that were no longer wanted. They were kicked out, including myself. That was 150 years ago or so, maybe not quite that long, but that's what the town started off as, and we made it into a trading post, and we trade with that keep up there until it blew up about 80 years ago, and we all just decided to hang around. Unfortunately, the other barbarians, they don't like that we're making something of ourselves, and they come raiding for provisions from time to time, so that's just the way it is. The walls keep them out. We've got plenty of sentries. It's not really a big deal. It's like, on the other hand, the giants, that's when we have a problem. That's why the walls are 30 feet tall.
Do the
But we
giants
haven't
work
seen...
with barbarians, or are they separate from each other?
It depends on the blue moon.
Mm.
Normally they come alone, but they can be a pain. But I'll let you get on. Do whatever you need to do. Go see your new rooms. He seems to have pressing business elsewhere and excuses himself and walks away. All right.
How much gold do I have?
Yeah, let's find out how much gold you guys managed to walk away from that caravan with, huh? Let's see. I will do this. You guys will have to split up. Okay, so there's 51 gold. And about 201 copper pieces. So if you guys want to split that up amongst yourselves.
And then there's that 4 gold and 2 silver that we found off those other orcs we killed.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get to sit there and discuss how much you each get, or do you think you want to just split it in quarters?
Probably split it evenly.
Yep.
I don't... Did anyone math that out?
I'm not.
No, I'm not
smart
smart enough.
I'm okay with the cleric holding the gold if you know.
It comes out
With
to
me
about...
holding it?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And she's like, woohoo!
I'm fine with it too.
I'm in the tree. I'm out looking at stars. I'm not busy looking at my pocket.
So, just so you guys know, it comes out to about 12 gold and 50 silver each is what your portion of it is, even if you're having the cleric holder.
Okay.
So, all right. I'm gonna have you guys go up to your room real quick, and then I gotta take care of a map and the dog real fast because he's going crazy. And then yeah.
Because his blanket's in the dryer.
Oh crap!
It might be dry enough now.
All right, I'd better do that right now. Right now before he eats his pillow.
Go take care of the baby.
Yeah, well, he wasn't supposed to go to bed for another half hour, and it would have been done by then.
Oh yeah. So Baki, so patient.
Okay, so I'm thinking you guys of going to the market.
Yeah, I'll come with you because
Do you guys want to just come?
I would
Nope.
like some clothes.
Does anyone want to buy anything? It'd probably be a good time.
I mean,
Yeah.
the very least, we need warmer clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of
Maybe
us
some
better go
food.
then.
Oh, food. Yeah.
Yeah, and some rations.
Mm-hmm. So clothes, rations. Anything else? I don't think so.
Where are we going after? Like, do we know that yet?
Go to the church.
Oh, okay.
So before we go to the market, I'm gonna refill my mug.
You can take it on the road?
Yep. My road mug.
Yes.
Have you seen those 40-ounce Stanley cups that are all over social media? Like you have one of those, maybe?
There's actually an item where you can fill it's like a mug or a cup, and you can fill it with anything, and I think you'll like constantly fill, so you could get one of those, maybe.
Oh yeah, bottomless mugs are wonderful things.
Yeah.
All right,
We
so
have to search for that.
you're getting your tipsy on, and Aspen, you're going over to the church.
Yeah.
Is
No,
anybody
we're
going
going
to
to the
Well,
market.
no,
No,
we're
we're
all
going
going to go to the market first.
Okay. So you guys head over to the market. It's really easy. It's about 10 steps to your right. And you go in the door, and it's not so much a door as it is a couple of tent flaps, mostly meant to keep out the cold. But when you get in there, the layout of the room is interesting. Aside from some poles to help hold up the ceiling, it's all a gigantic open space. And in the middle is a large circular fire that's sunk down into the ground a ways, but it's probably about 10 feet across. It helps keep the place warm. All around the outskirts, it looks like the standard kind of merchants that you would see in stalls in any city, you know, with the stalls leaned up against the buildings and stuff. Think Aladdin, the very first scene where he's running through the markets. Yeah, kind of like that, except inside a building.
Yeah.
You've got people in there, and you have to understand that most of the dress up here is fairly Northman oriented, kind of Viking looking, but lots more furs and stuff than typical. You see a guy with big mustache and big old mutton chops, and he's got a fur cap on his head. He's holding like 3 chickens in one hand by their feet, and he's trying to cry about how his chickens are the best, most plump chickens you'll ever find. Meanwhile, the chickens are screaming and feathers are flying all over the place. Another guy looks to be a dwarf. He's sitting there selling some rings, and you can just see him fine polishing like some of the rings and stuff, and every once in a while kind of grumpily looking around. There's some various other merchants that you can't quite tell what they're selling. Apparently some pottery, some pretty withered looking vegetables in one corner. In fact, you're pretty sure that withered doesn't even cover it. Another dwarf selling just bricks of coal for people to use in the fires. Yeah.
Do we see anyone with like furs and like clothes that we can purchase?
Yeah, there is actually somebody who is selling just straight pelts. There's another person who does have clothing. They seem to be working together.
Oh, sweet.
Are you going to approach them?
Yes.
Okay.
Desperate need for clothes. Something warm at least.
Yes, clothes first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The lady behind the stall there puts her hands up, seems excited that somebody actually came up to her stall, because apparently everybody up here already has furs and cloaks. But she starts trying to interest you in a beaver fur, and then she runs over here and grabs this portion of a calf like hide and stretches it out and says it's the finest quality, as all the hair is like falling off of it all over the place. They do have some really nice fur stuff. You can see a few like wool caps and stuff in the back. You can see a few fur caps in the back. You can see some cloaks that are lined with fur. What looks to be like a marten or a fox fur-lined coat of some sort. Lots of boots. Anything in particular you're looking for? Or?
Boots, pants, maybe a kilt.
Boots, pants,
No.
coat?
Kind of want a hat, too. Not that cap.
All right. Who's
I
talking
mean,
to her?
I'll take
Or are you
a-
guys all
I'll-
talking to her
I'll take a
individually?
thick cloak if we can get one.
All right. We're going to start over here. Aspen, what is it that you're looking for?
I like a fur-lined cloak, and I basically just need a whole outfit. You know, whatever's going to get me by in this climate. I'm in poor shape with my clothes.
So basically a set of furs and a cloak.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can find this anywhere. I doubt it. It's a bit pricey, but she offers you the set for 3 gold.
Sold.
She wasn't expecting to get that.
I'm just too easy.
And it'd
I
be
didn't
another,
haggle.
and it's
She's
another
cold.
2 gold for the cloak.
Take my money. I need it.
Okay, so that's 5 gold out of your thing. You guys need to be keeping track of this.
Yep.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
be your math
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So what it is
Freedom, that's for it.
it's a full set of like furs that kind of go over the shoulders and wrap around your waist, kind of keep you warm at the chest. Some of it that hangs down your legs and everything. And it goes over your regular clothes or armor pretty easily. And then the cloak comes up and it's fur-lined hood. And you can use these technically as blankets. So like if it gets too cold out, you just pull your cloak around you and lay down. And makes a nice blanket. That will actually give you a lot of benefits if you're stuck out in the cold. So it'll make your rolls and stuff for
Wonderful.
surviving that a lot easier. And you have such a high persuasion. I was going to have you roll up to see if you could haggle, but all right.
Oh,
Lisa.
next time. Next time.
Sorry. So who's getting something next? Let's just go in order here. So Brahm, what are you getting?
I need the same thing. I need a cloak, and also if anybody has any blank books, I'm looking for too.
You ask her about books?
But yeah, if she knows anybody who will sell blank books.
Not here, but I'm sure that you could probably convince some of the acolytes over the church to part with their books. Well, not books, but maybe the paper. Maybe that'll help you bind it. Maybe, and she just kind of like starts going off into some little la la land. But the idea is you might be able to get some book or book-like substances over at the church.
Okay.
But you're going to get a full set of furs and cloak as well.
Yeah.
That includes for boots for you guys too, but it doesn't
Yeah.
include the cap. That's separate. Okay, so she says the same thing to you, 5 gold.
Let's see. I mean, could we go with a little less? Because I mean, I'm probably gonna get a lot of road wear out of these. I'm at least gonna want an extra pair of boots out of you. Can I at least get an extra pair of boots out of you for 5 gold?
Roll your persuasion, or what is it, barter?
It'd be so. Let's see. It's gonna be horrible. I already know it. Oh hey, way better than I thought.
Hey, nice.
That's with a -1.
I tell you what, for 6 gold, I'll give you the extra pair of boots and the cap on top of it.
Wow.
All right, we'll take it.
All right. All right, Rollis.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it that you're looking for?
I didn't mention this. My guy shaved down his horns. So mhm.
So you're looking
He
decidedly
does.
human with red skin?
Yep. You try to look at least some. Kind of going like Hellboy type of look, you know?
Hellboy
Trying.
barbarian.
Yes. Anyways, he wants a cap. Will not do the shirt. Pants and boots.
Pants, boots, and a cap.
Mm-hmm.
Could I interest you in a cloak as well?
How much if I add on the cloak?
Well, the cap, the boots, the cloak. 4 gold.
4 gold.
She seems to smirk at your anguish.
I'm laughing at her smirk because I'm enjoying her cute personality. And I say that too. I'm like, you're cute. You're real cute.
At that, her nose kind of wrinkles up and her eyes make a really weird twitchy movement. She didn't quite know how to take that.
I'm getting uncomfortable by all the bargaining and the flirting, so I'm just gonna go look around while they're getting their clothes, and I'll leave them their gold. We're just splitting it up at this point. I'm
We only have 2 gold left.
I'm mortified. No, I'm mortified. I'm gonna go find some other vendors.
I'm not even playing with her. I just called her cute. Jesus.
Here's 12 gold and 50 silver. Thank you.
No, we don't have 12 gold.
You do.
Each person has 12 gold.
Yep.
We each had 12 gold?
Yeah.
Oh.
And 50 silver.
Yep.
Now you have to keep track of your own money.
Gotcha. I thought that was a total, so.
The reason that she's doing that is she's keeping in character. Basically, her attitude is none. Like, as in, like, Catholic none. So that's why she's not drinking. Yeah. All this chittering is bugging her, I guess. But anyhow. So are you going to haggle with her? Or?
Let me see. I might. You know what? Yeah. I want to try and see if she'll bump down the price a bit with my charming smile.
All right.
See, and that's persuasion, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Well,
you actually, she's not horribly convinced. Maybe if you said, like, continued something, I don't know. But she's right, she's teetering right there. She maybe, you might have her.
Maybe I can do try to get her with a sob story. Be like, we just came back from attacking orcs. We were in a horrible shed. You know what? I'll even bust my butt if you ever need any help.
Okay, make another persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. How do I do that? Do I just click it again?
Yeah, just click it again, but it means you can choose either number that comes up. Which is good for you. The first number is better.
Yeah.
All right, she buckles down, and apparently she has a soft spot for people who've had the hard life. She buckles down and says, all right, 2 gold and 50 silver, and it's yours.
Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate it.
She does that weird kind of twitch thing. Kind of turns around like, ah. All right, Hanku, what are you doing?
I'm actually gonna need this same like for as everybody else spot too.
Okay. We may have to set your microphone down a little bit. It is coming through really well. That's okay. We'll take care of that in a little bit. So you're trying to get the same things? So like a cap, the cloak, the clothes, and the boots?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, she tells you 5 gold. Are you going to try to talk her down from that, or?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not trying to spend that much.
Okay. What's your character look like? Are you like the typical bald monk with like the dots on the head, or like how do you look?
Ooh, no, I got hair. I got a man bun.
Oh, nice.
I'm middle aged.
That's
awesome.
So like Jackie Chan and the Monkey King.
Yeah.
All right. This kind of setting would actually be more comfortable to you considering where you trained at when you were younger. I'm not Tibetan, but obviously the equivalent of Tibetan kind of like monk training in D&D was kind of a similar climate, kind of like Nepal or anything like that, Tibet, Nepal. So this actually is a little bit more comfortable for you. The furs, the easy living. So, anyways, just as a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
So you're gonna try to. What are you gonna say to her?
To convince her.
Yeah. You don't have to. You can just straight roll, but it's kind of fun sometimes.
I'm gonna tell her that like I've traveled very very long. Basically, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Okay. Why is it?
Oh, where? Oh, cause look, it's right there. Nope. Yeah, that. Just go. There you go. Yeah. Scroll down, and then click persuasion.
Well, that's a whole thing.
Is that bad?
Well, that's not great. She didn't quite believe your story about being tired. She's like, I've got to make a living here too. 5 gold.
Okay. Damn. Okay. I give her the 5 gold.
Hold on. Can I go up next to my monk friend, tap him on the back, like, ma'am, he's with me. Same situation, and he has traveled further away.
Okay, roll another persuasion check.
Please. Dear God.
No? She complies, but it seems only because it's you. For whatever reason, the words sweet and cute like fuzzed up her brain when she interacts with you.
Give her
All right.
a smile and thank her again. Thank you, sweetie.
We'll do 3 gold, and you can have the whole lot.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're starving, my children. Scoops up the 3 gold, pockets it away somewhere. But you guys all have received very, very good quality furs and cloaks and stuff. So again, we'll be doing the quality for items and stuff later. But I'm going to automatically be adding about a plus 30 to a plus 40 to whatever you roll for your craftsmanship on these things, because they're really nice. Lots of different colors. There's some really crazy red and black colors, probably from one of those foxes that we've seen before, the red and black ones. Some cool gray ones, all sorts of neat stuff. All right, anything else you're doing here? You notice that one of the market stalls seems to be selling some sort of like steaming pie, like just a little pie off in the corner.
Ooh, I want a pie.
You want a pie?
Oh yeah. Haku, you want a pie?
Yeah, I'm hitting up.
All right, we're both going to get a pie real quick.
All right.
Maybe we should get a pie for our buddies.
Yeah, and they're 3 copper apiece, so I can't remember what the ratio is. What is it? 10 copper to a silver, or is it 100 copper to a silver? Do you remember, Dan?
Generally it's 10, but I mean it's your discretion on that one.
Okay. Well, those they're called meat pies, and they're about 3 copper apiece, but they smell fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
The crust looks like perfectly golden brown. Steam is coming right out of the slits in the top.
I am salivating. I am at that stall with those pies.
All right. you walk away. The cook himself looks fairly happy as he's counting up a few coppers, and you look pretty happy, just like juggling kind of a wooden plate filled with a whole bunch of the pies. Steam is coming up into your face. You can actually smell the gravy and hear it still kind of bubbling inside the pie shell. You go and find your friends and divvy them out.
Sweet. Hey y'all. Hey guys, got us some pies. Here's one to Haku. Everybody, be like, enjoy.
Thank you so
deserve these.
much.
Of course, honey.
Okay. You guys all eat? Or you're going to be just like tweaking your nose the entire time, aren't you?
Yes.
Somebody's gonna get slapped by the plague nun.
All right. For the next couple of hours, you guys will pretty much all get a +1 to anything you need to roll. Those pies were really good.
Nice.
In the marketplace and see if there's anyone with like some rare items, things they've picked up on adventures and whatnot. I'm really into collecting like unique rare items.
Shiny knickknacks.
Useful, shiny knickknacks.
The closest thing you kind of see to that is that dwarf sitting off in the one corner looking at all his various like little jewelry trinkets and stuff. If there's not necessarily anything magical in here, he might be able to point you in the direction of where you can find that, is what you think.
I will approach.
Okay. You will make me look this up in the book.
Yes. Yes.
Make you
Mr.
do all the
DM.
works.
All the works. Okay.
Yes,
Good thing I have it right here. Maybe not. Damn it, Hermit.
Maybe you're closer. Maybe you're farther.
I can't think, damn it. Aha, I think I'm getting there. I am. I found it. Yay! Since I don't have the map of it, we'll wait till intermission and then I'll try to get the maps in. So that is going to be at about 9:30, so about an hour from now.
Okay.
But for the time being, I don't know if you can see this at all. No, it's not going to show it, is it?
It disappeared just because of your background.
Yeah. We're going to change that real quick. Okay. All right, so let's zoom in on this guy. That was the leader in the middle of the town.
Okay.
Big curly-haired guy, stands almost 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And then just quits fumbling around. This was the father of the church that came to see you guys.
All right.
And just so you guys can kind of see what the overall layout of the city looks like. You guys entered from down here, and this is the longhouse. Obviously, it's a mirrored image for whatever reason, but this is the longhouse. This is the market house that you guys are in. And then the church is that blue one back there. So, and that's a map I'm going to try to get up there here soon, so we don't have to be playing with jerry-rigged stuff. All right, anyhow, what are you guys doing? Just ate, you
I
feel
wanted
really good?
to approach the guy in the corner, the dwarf.
All right, you approach him. He does not even seem to be aware that you exist. He's just fingers deep in a whole bunch of little trinkets. From what you can tell, it's a lot of pot metal and just pure, like nothing. You might be able to get something like that at Spencer's type of thing. Whoa, what? Huh? Oh. Did I do something? Did I sneeze?
Gesundheit. My name is Aspen, and I just arrived in the village, and I was wondering if you happen to know where I could find any, rare or unusual items in the marketplace. Maybe you have some?
You see his eyes kind of narrow, and he leans right up into your face, or as close as he gets, and he looks around and he's like, "Are ye a witch?"
Oh, absolutely not. My intentions are pure and good. I'm actually a cleric. I just have a fascination with those kind of objects from my father.
Oh, me too. And he starts playing with some of this pewter stuff. Make a perception check real quick. You only needed a 10, and you got a 10. So,
Nice.
some of the jewelry in there, it seems as if, like, as he's holding it and playing with it, like some sort of illusion breaks over it every once in a while and then covers it back up. So whatever he's playing with is actually a lot better than what you're seeing. Just for your own personal news. But yeah,
You're.
so you ask him if there's somewhere that he could point you.
Well, I was wondering, do you have anything like that for sale right now?
No. I've got some rings, but they're not for sale.
Oh, so why are you in the marketplace if you don't have anything for sale, may I ask?
Because this is my stall, and they let me have my stall in the marketplace.
You just come here to sit?
Sure, just like everybody else.
Are you sure there's nothing I could look at?
Not unless you have something that's shinier that I could look at.
I'm afraid I don't. Do you know where I could go, though?
Well, you wouldn't be wanting to talk to Brecklin. He can be a little grumpy. But if you were to talk to Brecklin, he might be where you would find some things.
Where could I find him?
Well, you couldn't miss him if you went towards that big stone tower right in the middle of town, like a nasty, rotten tooth.
All right. Well, I really appreciate your help, and I'll be in the market again. Maybe I can stop by, and you can see if you have anything you'd like to show me later.
I thank you. You walk away.
I go ahead and leave. Yeah.
Okay. As you turn around, you feel something softly grab your hand, and something gets put in there that's incredibly warm. And then your hand is immediately flipped back over, and the little guy is just fussing away with his stuff again, pretending you don't exist.
All right. So what is it?
You're just going to open your hand right in the middle of the market so everybody can see, or what are you doing?
I guess I'll leave the market first.
Okay. All right, Brom, what are you doing?
Just perusing the stalls right now, kind of seeing if I can find anybody who's selling charcoal.
Oh, there is lots of charcoal.
Okay.
Are you looking for something that you can refine down into like Conte or into like a charcoal stick to draw with?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way I can draw with.
Yeah, there is actually somebody who does have some of the compressed charcoal that's left in stick form that you can definitely get.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to cost you like 3 copper. And you get
Alright.
a bundle. It's like a big old bundle. Well, it's not reeds, it's charcoal sticks, but it's a big one.
Okay. Perfect. I'll take a bundle of those then for 3 copper.
And he's like, and for another copper, I'll give you I've got this skin or this oiled linen here, and you can wrap it all up in that so it doesn't get black dust over everything you own.
Oh, even better. Thank you.
All right, he gives you the oiled skin too. All right, Ross.
Sorry. I just want to ask like about our weapons. They're the weapons that got taken from us, right?
Essentially, if they're not the exact weapons that were taken from you, they're the equivalents. That is up to you for your own background. You can say you recovered your own weapons, or that you had lost your originals and just had to take what was left. So, I leave that to you. So if you want to have some sort of sentimental value, maybe you have to go hunt them down eventually.
Mm, gotcha. That does sound fun, actually. But I was gonna look and see if maybe there was any weapons available.
No, but on that note, you can definitely hear a blacksmith's hammer ringing out off in the distance.
Ooh. Yeah, I wanna. Oh, okay, cool.
6. Okay. Yeah, it's you can hear it. It's a lot more faint than I was making out, but you can definitely hear the ring of an anvil and blacksmith and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head over there and check him out and ask about his wares and.
Okay, so if you step out of the market, what your ears are telling you is it's somewhere right over here. It seems to be this house right behind the tower thing is about where it sounds like it's coming from. Can you see that? Like where I'm pinging on the thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
right there. Yeah.
So you're gonna wander on that way?
Yeah.
Okay. And Honku, what are you doing?
I think I'm just gonna walk around the market and see if anything catches your eye. Yeah. Just talk
Okay,
to some
go
people.
ahead and roll a perception then.
Whoa.
Well,
20.
fuck. All right.
Yay! Nice.
Let's see.
I am curious.
I am too. All right. Go ahead and roll a d12. So up in your little window on the left-hand side, there's a series of tools, and there's one that kind of looks like a dice. If you go over there and hover over that, then it should give you a list, and it should say like D4, D6, D8, D10, D12. Just click on the one that says D12.
Nice.
All right, you go over there, and you oddly see it's not even a sword. It's an incredibly long spear, but it comes from like the lands of your origin. So this spear has a particularly like almost Tibetan feel to it. It's got kind of some of the fur-wrapped handle. Stands about 7 feet tall, but it's not just a normal spearhead on the top. It looks kind of like a large sweeping blade. I wish I could show you a picture of it. But yeah, it's an incredibly like old and very ritualistic monk weapon, and this thing is exquisite. It is in phenomenal condition, and it looks old.
Is there anybody like around it or?
It's actually behind the lady that was selling the meat pies, just kind of leaning against the wall.
I'm gonna talk. Can I talk to her about it? Maybe see if she knows anything.
So you're gonna ask her about the staff?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, you've taken an interest in the spear, then, have you?
Yeah. You know.
Do you train?"
Yeah.
Maybe meet me in my place later tonight, and I can show you the dojo that we have here. It's not much. Probably not what you're accustomed to. But show me what you have, and then we can talk about the spear.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right, Aspen. So you headed out, and where are you heading? Over to the church, or?
What time of day is it?
It's getting up to about probably noon, 1-ish.
I think I will. First, can I go around the corner, kind of by a wall, and I see what's in my hand.
Okay, make a stealth check, if is that a skill? I just want to see if you're noticed, not that it's necessarily important.
Yeah, I've got a stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. All right, well, you're on your way out of the longhouse, and first thing is you trip over a cartwheel and knock over a cart, and that causes a couple of different pots and pans to kind of scatter out of there. And then you try to step over that, and you wind up stepping on some squished fruit and fall flat on your ass. Quite a few people are looking at you. You kind of hastily start pushing some of the stuff back up into the cart. Nothing's completely broken, but it wasn't stealthy.
That's me in real life, though.
After a few minutes, though, everybody kind of goes about their way and kind of forgets you. So you're kind of in between the market and the longhouse here, because there's kind of just and I wouldn't call it an alleyway, but just an in-between area. And you think you're fairly safe. You can make a perception check for sure if you want to.
Okay, I'll do.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up here.
Nice.
Much better. You can see everything.
I would have taken that the first time.
So from the way it sounds, like since you were so embarrassed there for a moment, your ears have actually picked up some really decent hearing for just a moment, and you can tell that there's really nobody quite within a vicinity of you. So yeah, you can go ahead and open your hand and check out what you have.
Paranoia is a great enhancer.
Okay, you open your hand, and in it is this intricate ring. And calling it a ring is hard because you can tell that there's the band that goes around the finger. But at the top, looks like a filigree overlay that's in a diamond shape, a convex diamond shape. But all the wires in it seem to be kind of just moving. Not moving like tentacles, but they seem to be shifting in patterns constantly. It's almost a little hard to look at. It doesn't feel threatening, though. First impression.
You said you wanted something unique.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stash that in my pocket for now.
Okay. Good thing girls have pockets in this world.
Oh yeah. Put it down my bra.
Good thing girls have bras in this world. All right. So was that all you were doing, or were you heading to the church or out and about?
Yeah, I did want to go to the church, and I need to go somewhere and wash up the fruit
Okay, go ahead and roll
and muck off me.
Probably a good idea. Go ahead and roll a d12 real quick if you would.
Mm-hmm.
And it only matters if it's a 1 or a 12. Nope, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, you find a trough where you can kind of rinse off. It's really not much. There's like a little bit of splatter on your butt and some on your elbows and hands, and that's about it. So you're fine.
Well, I haven't put on the new clothes yet, so that's good actually. So.
All right, you make it over to the church. It's got a pair of wide double doors that are intricately carved in some sort of scene about a fight with the gods. You can't quite make it out. It's not of your church, and it's older than anything you've seen in a very long time. It is wood, and so it's probably petrified wood at this point. But there are a lot of lights coming out. Up above the little section that you have here, you can see a nice soft light coming out of this ocular window right here. And above that, there's a bell on the bell tower. Are you going to go ahead and go in? Or?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. You go in, and it is warm in here. It is radiant. The dim light from outside actually reflects really well through all the stained glass. Again, more of the fighting scenes and some sort of god's ascension from what you can assume. Do you have history or religious history by any chance?
I'm going to look. What's it called? Where it's got the check mark net proficient.
Okay, so go ahead and just click on it.
Okay.
So proficient should give you a +2 if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, it gets some +2, and then whatever stat modifier is.
Okay, so that would be your intellect. So what is your intellect modifier?
There's a number 3 next to it.
Okay. So 6 plus 3 plus the 2. So yeah, you would have an 11. You can't tell what pantheon this would be from necessarily, but you can tell that this is definitely kind of like an all-father figure god, and it looks to be his coming to power, and then the war that he had to fight at the peak of his power, and then how he lay dormant for a while, and then it looks as though his worshippers are trying to eventually bring him back around again. So, there's not many people in here. There's a few parishioners doing whatever it is that parishioners do. There's a couple of attendants, some acolytes. One of them sweeping, the other one is snuffing out some of the candles. And you see the father back near the pulpit in the back of the church. He seems to be talking to another attendant.
Okay, so I could approach him?
Yeah. You walk up to the father?
Yes.
Do you remember his name?
No.
Henchley.
Henchley. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He turns around, he notices you, and he says, "Oh, you again. I suppose you'll be seeing that room now, will you?"
Yes, like I said, I'm a cleric, and I'd very much like to be of
You're a
service,
cleric.
and yes, I would love to have a room here.
Well, that can definitely be arranged. Let me show you up there. Let's see if he has a map of this thing. I bet he does. He does, just not in his first book. Okay. For the time being, we're going to assume that the stairs up are near the front of the church. And he takes you up some constantly winding stairs. And when you get up to the top, you get to a room that appears to be just below the bell tower. In fact, you can see out the front ocular window, the giant circular window on the front of the church is the front side of your bedroom. And it's a spacious
Oh my
area.
gosh.
It's about 20 feet by 20 feet. There are some beds in here. There's an actual fireplace, and it looks like it goes up into some sort of flue system that travels towards the back of the church, maybe keeping the upper portions warm. But there's a nice cozy fire in here, and there is a hole that runs dead center through the middle of the room and down through the floor, so a hole in the ceiling and in the floor where a rope goes straight through, obviously to ring the bells. But other than that, it's comfortable. There's a trunk for each of the beds. There's a couple tables, one of which has a mirror. There's a wash basin. Some really comfy looking blankets. They're all made out of furs. It's really tightly kept. There's a wardrobe or two. So yeah. He introduces you to the room. He says, "This is your place to stay in. It's always glad to have another follower here with us. And if you could be of the kind of help I'm thinking you may be able to do, then you're more than welcome to stay for as long as you need." Every morning we bring around a breakfast to everybody at the church, probably around 6 o'clock. You'll hear the bell. And if you choose to be here at evening, then we have our dinner again at 6 in the evening. It can be brought to your rooms.
That sounds wonderful. I really appreciate it.
And so at that, I'll leave you to your room. Go ahead and make yourselves comfortable, or make yourself comfortable since you're the only one here. And I will be out trying to take care of some of the things that the church needs me to do. And he kind of slowly walks his way out of the room and down the stairs.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change my clothes and things, and then I would head back downstairs.
Okay, before you go, make a perception check.
Okay.
Good enough. You've seen plenty of like furs and whatnot laid out on the floors, like as a rug, just especially even in town, over in the marketplace and stuff. But the one in the middle of this floor, in fact, the whole, the bell tower rope goes right through this fur. It is so big that the creature who must have worn it must have been 20 feet tall, easily. And you're trying to picture a 20-foot tall cow in your head. So it's the only thing I wanted to give you of note there.
Okay.
Do you put any of your stuff away in any of the chests? You notice that there is a key
Yes.
to the chest too. Like for whoever stays in there, they can take the key with them and bring it back. So you can lock up stuff.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and lock up my stuff after I change.
Okay.
Whatever I'll keep my money and I'll put that ring away along with my other things.
Okay. All right. And do you have any idea of where you're going to head out to?
I'm gonna go just downstairs and introduce myself to the other church people that are sweeping and whatnot and ask if they need any assistance.
Okay. I will come back to you here in a minute then. All right, Brom.
Okay.
You have stepped out. Where are you heading? Oh, were you heading towards the blacksmith?
No.
That was you. That was. Yeah, okay. Where were you headed?
Rose. I am at this point. Am just gonna take in the scenery and just kind of wander around this little village. Just see what there is to see in this little town.
Okay, roll a perception check and then make a d12 roll and do that twice. Once for every half an hour that you're roaming.
There's perception.
7.
Terrible.
Okay, make a d12 check.
9 and 8.
Okay. Yeah, roll a second perception check as well.
Yeah, that first perception was a natural 1 too. Just you know.
Oh.
I have a
Yeah.
+6.
Okay. You were really lucky that this was a polite person. But you were walking and not paying attention. You were kind of looking up at the stone tower, and you thump into something really hard, and it starts cussing at you. And you look down, and there's this shriveled old gray dwarf in a fur cap. He's got these big old long mustaches that are capped in metal, and his clothes seem to be pretty exotic. I mean, still a lot of furs, but a lot of silks and stuff wrapped up in there. And he's shaking his cane at you. You can't even quite understand what the hell he's saying. Some sort of Scottish rant for all you can tell. And he's cussing you out, but nothing really happens. You seem to thump him back pretty good, though. Other than that, the only other thing you see is that big ogre fellow, and he is carrying an entire tree, like a log, with all of its branches shorn completely off of it. He just seems to be carrying it to the other side of town. You think he's attempting to whistle, but it sounds more... You don't know how the hell it sounds.
I'm gonna watch him just for a little bit.
Okay. He seems to be doing some chores.
My attention, so.
It looks like there's some fellows over at the far end of the encampment here, and they're just replacing some of the old log poles for the barricade. And what would take them fucking forever to transport those logs? There seems to be like a couple of log piles over by the longhouse. He gets done in just a matter of minutes because he can pick up each one of those 30-foot logs and carry it all the way across town, no problem. So he's just helping some of the guys repair whatever winter damage that they're having.
I'm gonna just kind of find a spot where I can just kind of watch his path sit there, and I'm just gonna draw him for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, he seems to be going back and forth from kind of like the palisade up here to kind of back over here where the logs are kept to back up to here. And he just keeps bringing logs. Every once in a while, you can see him stop, kind of examine the log and stuff, and pick out like a grub or something and eat it, kind of like some kid picking his nose and eating it. But then he gets back up and continues about his day.
Okay.
Ross, you were heading to the blacksmith, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perception check and a d12 roll.
All right.
Good luck.
Right. Oh my lord. And a D12?
Yep.
Hey. Wow.
Something at the top of the tower has caught your eye, and as you're watching it, you thump into something. Some sort of little gray-brown dwarf-looking fellow, and he is cussing you out, shaking his damn stick at you, not knowing what the hell is happening. All these outsiders, what in the hell is going on around here?
So hard. So sorry. Something caught my eye. I apologize.
You see, kind of behind him, there's a couple of, well, if you want to call them that, but very tough-looking dwarves, possibly bodyguards of his, and they're not looking very happy. One of them's cracking his knuckles, kind of just eyeballing you. He just kind of like motions. He does this to you.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna mess with you.
All right, you eventually make your way over to the blacksmith's house. He is out. Let me find his name for you. He's another dwarf, kind of middle-aged. He's sitting there, and he is quite toned, quite muscled, very bronzed arms, but he's got a kind of thinning gray long hair he keeps pulled back into a ponytail, thinning gray beard that he keeps pulled down into another little ponytail. But he is working like he's 20 years old, pounding away at his smith. He looks to be making horseshoes right now, but you do see off in a corner that there's some a stand of weapons, and it looks to be like personal little pet projects that he's been making. But right now he's just doing some farrowing, which is horseshoes.
Right, well, I approach him and ask about his little projects on the side over there.
He looks up and he kind of like is a little startled. Did you get frostbite?
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, this is just
That's
me.
not a natural color for your skin. You need to go and talk to the I can't pronounce her damn name. Constella. I've got a wise woman. She could give you salves and stuff for your skin. That looks really painful.
No, I promise. I have a cleric in my party, and well, she won't help me because I guess I kind of weird her out, but I promise I'm good.
How can I help you? He sets his hammer down, kind of leans on the little log fence right there.
Well, I have to say real quick, I can appreciate a fellow man who you look very well for your age, I would say. But I see your little projects over there, those weapons. Are those possibly for sale or
What kind of weapon are you carrying?
a great sword?
Would you roll me a D100 real quick?
Whoa. It's my first 100. Ooh.
So your great sword has seen better days. Roll me another D100 because I want to kind of get a little story out of this and see which way it goes.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, come on.
All right, it's actually, it would be about a military grade. It's pretty well made, but it's currently in pretty poor shape. You just haven't been able to take care of it, keep it oiled. It's got chips and nicks in it, probably kind of a slight bend towards the end. It's really pretty though. He asks if he can take a look at your sword.
Oh, by all means, please.
And pulls it out of the sheath. Where'd you pick up this beauty?
Well, me and my party, we were unfortunately enslaved. My weapon actually was taken from me, but we were able to scavenge this one at least.
I was wondering why you were carrying around this orcish-made weapon.
Yeah. My original sword is quite a beauty, and I really hope to get her back. But I am hoping for a better one, so I can defend myself.
Well, as long as you're here, you may want to explain to people why you're carrying around orc weaponry. They're not too fond of orcs around here.
I noticed that at the front gate. Yeah. He was a little skittish, but that's why I wanted to come here, hopefully, and maybe find something else so I won't spook anybody other than with my skin, apparently.
Well, do you know how to swing a hammer? Do you know how to beat some metal?
I would love to learn. I would.
He's like, all right, well, you go ahead and look, but then you're going to give me a hand and I'll see what you can do at the blacksmith shop. We've got a couple of drawing knives that we have to have made. We've got a whole bunch of horseshoes, horseshoe nails, got a couple of hinges that need to be made, and I want to replace my old tankard. It's like, if you can stick with me for the day and help me get this stuff finished, we'll talk. I don't usually sell my material, but you want to give me a hand? Sure thing.
I grab my hands together, smile brightly at him. I'm like, I would gladly help you.
Are you wearing your furs right now?
I am still wearing my furs.
Okay, you can tell he's just got the leather apron on, and other than that, he's bare-chested. He tosses you an apron. He's like, "You're gonna want to get rid of those furs."
All I have to do is just take off my cloak, my hat. I'm already shirtless, so
Yeah,
we're good.
it's hot. As soon as you step into kind of the whole forging area, it is hotter than hell, and it is kind of nice. All right, you are going to sit down and work on some blacksmithing. All right, Hanku.
Sweet.
I think I'm gonna head out.
To anywhere in particular? Or?
Hello?
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. No, I was saying I think I'm gonna head up to that to meet up with that woman.
She's not going to be there for a couple hours yet. Not until after she gets done at the marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Mia, you sound clearer right now than you have the whole session.
Really?
So whatever you're doing, do it. Keep doing it.
Okay. Can I just head up to the church then and just?
Sure.
Yeah.
You actually see Aspen coming out of the church as you're walking towards it.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna head up there and settle in.
Okay. Do you know where to go? You
In the church?
Yeah, but you may want to ask Aspen since she's coming out of there, since you don't know how to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Aspen. So where are we setting up at?
Well, the father said there are several open beds upstairs here. If you look up and you see this circular window here, that's actually where the bedrooms are. Did you want me to take you in and show you?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay, no problem. Come on.
All right, you guys make it up there, and indeed, that giant circle window, stained glass window, is the very front of the bedroom. Like I said, it's about 20 feet by 20 feet wide, but there's about 6 beds in here. There's 2 sets of bunks and then 2 regular beds. There is chests at the base of each one of the beds. There's a couple dressers. There's tables. There's some chairs. There's a washing bowl and some other things. Pretty comfy place, and that giant ass rug I was talking about. So, but yeah, it's nice and comfortable up there. Oh, and there's a pretty big fireplace too that they use to keep the top portion of the entire church warm. But yeah, it's pretty nice and comfortable up there. You could see just being chill and cozy in here. There is chest for you, like if you decide to pick a bed, you can put some of your stuff in the chest, and you notice the keys are still left in the lock, so that way you can put stuff in there, grab the key, and walk away, and it'll be locked. So if there's anything you want to leave ever, you can.
I think I'm gonna set up by the fire.
Okay, you take the bed closest to the fire.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do while you're up here?
No.
Okay. All right, Aspen. Are you gonna follow Aspen for the time being, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You seem to have picked up a follower, Aspen.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now I don't know why I was going out of the church because I was left off talking, going to introduce myself to the church people and then see if they needed any help.
Oh, they probably asked you to step outside to get another bucket.
Okay. So I just explained to Hanku that, I'm trying to help, pay for our keep by helping the church people and that we're working on some chores and that if he were willing, to help, that it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Aspen then.
Okay, that's good. That earns you guys points. So, and you may need it. God knows. Let's see. The people that you're helping, there is one who is named Brother Drelvin. He is an almost albino-looking elf. you can see him helping with a lot of the books, setting up some of the shelves in the back where all the books and scrolls are kept. There's also a sister Ada, and she has incredibly darkish skin, almost purple, and very white hair, but she appears to be a half elf, so maybe half drow. She doesn't speak at all, but she does gesture a lot, and she seems to be incredibly nice. She's the one kind of directing you in the chores. She'll point at like a broom or a mop or like a duster or something to that effect, or motion for you to help lift up one of the pews or something like that. Incredibly nice, but again, she never speaks a word. But you guys go on helping in the church for a while until it's basically deemed done. So we'll move on from that for a while you guys are doing that. Actually, let's see. How about both of you make a charisma check? Well, damn. All right, Hanku?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Jesus, both of you. Okay. Apparently the church hasn't had any help in a while, and they're unaccustomed to having anybody from their own town come in and help at all. So all this sudden help is just kind of reinvigorating the entire lot. They're taking a little bit of pride in their work. They're starting to polish up some of the stone. You guys kind of got them going. They're thinking pretty highly of you right now. That may go a long way in the future. All right, Brom. Are you still watching Ogre Boy?
Yeah, I'm just watching him and drawing him. So.
Okay. Oh, did you ever go and get any of that paper? We'll just say you did.
I'm sure I have at least a couple pieces of blank paper on me, anyways, from the paper I do have. So.
Okay. So you're drawing them. I've actually got a drawing of them too. Funny that. Right, can you guys see them?
Yep.
Okay. You can overhear, like, you're watching it every once in a while. A villager will notice that you're drawing them and be like, "Oh, you're drawing Potty." And they're just like, some of the kids come up and they seem to love it. And they're like pointing at the picture and they're giggling and stuff. And even a couple of the older people are nodding in appreciation. And after a while, you see kind of in this area, there seems to be what is an old wagon cart, but it's got kind of the roof kind of remade to it. So it's not just canvas. There's a bunch of furs on it. Furs spilling out of the front of it. He looks like he's kind of turned into a bedroom, almost his own little personal RV, if you will. He crawls up into that. And as soon as he goes and sits down in his little encampment thing, whatever you want to call it with that wagon, you see just like a whole bunch of puppies come up and start playing with him. And he's just drowning in puppy love. Kids are giggling. They all go over there and start playing with all the dogs in town. And the light's starting to dim now, so a lot of the lights in the town are starting to come on. You can see that there is going to be a storm breaking over you guys sometime tonight. You can feel the wind pick up a little bit, but being in town is picking up your spirits a lot. Everything was looking pretty bad for a while, a little bleak, and this is helping quite a bit. Roll a d12 for me, would you, Dan? Brom?
Yep.
Oh, shit, let me get food.
10.
You get a couple of offers from various people wandering and noticing your drawing of Potty, and they want to buy it.
I'm not really one to sell my art. I mean, it's helps me keep track of everything I've done, everywhere I've been.
Nobody seems to take offense at that. It's just people definitely admiring it. Is that one of your skills, is art?
No.
All right. It may come to that. So, oh no. My entire screen just kind of broke.
Yeah,
It's because we lost. Yeah.
So we're trying to fix it. It's turning on.
What happened?
It's turning on now.
Oh, did your computer die?
It froze.
Okay, well, let's take like a 2-minute quick break. I've got to grab something to drink here. So,
Same here.
We'll be right back, everybody. thing about this intermission, it instantly cuts off our voices, so. Good.
I'm actually giving it to my character. Yeah. Yeah, trying to be but I'm like, how does computer do this? I don't know, like, she's just, talking. It's really like, she couldn't hear Sean first. Oh, and then it just like, oh, gotcha.
Do you have a browser? That would be exactly right.
Trying to process too much. Yeah, because actually, yeah, because having a lot of fun this time around.
Yeah.
Like, I like interacting with all the and she's like, yeah, I didn't know what to say, but I think I like get more and like figure out more about my character. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Great.
That sounds like a good idea.
I love it.
I think we should go to the house. Who's going to win? That way we can find you. Versus, it'll be more expensive if you circle the future happen. I did it.
Oh, okay. Well, and then when I get more
You want to swap flyers?
no.
Oh, you want to swap yours?
Yeah, she was so sweet. So I'm gonna like when I get more gold, I'm like, I feel bad about my kids. That's funny though. You're like her eyes. You gotta give me one second.
It's an old saying. It never believed that the actors would make it happen.
Ah.
It's an old barb.
Well, like I.
You're taking food right out of my kid's mouth. What?
It's like
Oh yeah. So somebody find it. Keep going. Okay, well, let's try to go for like an hour and then call it.
1 more hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is actually going really well.
Okay,
Good.
no, this is like.
Probably better than
I wasn't sure. I was like. I think they had great
Yeah, we'll just have to remember to move the mics before we. Huh? Archie. Nope. Yes, it really is.
So I'm trying to like remind myself.
All right. I think everybody's starting to get back together. Can you hear us, Dan?
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of wait time between this. Like lag between when I speak and when you can actually hear it.
Hope it's good.
Yeah, it's like a 5-10 second delay.
Yeah, that's okay. So, Brom, I think we're going to go for about another hour and then call it for the night. The girls have to leave a little bit early, so. What's that?
No, we're just gonna
Oh. I got more candy. Next time we gotta prepare like snacks.
All right, you guys ready? All right, Brom, you're still drawing. I think that's where I left off, was with you drawing Potty and watching him play with all the dogs and stuff over there, because they seem to love hanging out with him. All right, Wallace, you're over at the blacksmith shop, and at first you don't know what the hell you're doing. You've never done blacksmithing in your life, and he shows you how to heat up the metal, what like color you want to heat it up to, how to get it up to that temperature, keep it that way, and then like how best to work with it with the hammer and start pounding away and sparks flying. And after a while, you kind of start to get the feel of it, how you can kind of make it start forming out into different shapes. As you take these long bars, get them red hot, bend them over that little horn section on the front of the anvil, and then you pull that off, and you've got kind of a horseshoe shape, and then he shows you how to flatten them, and it actually becomes pretty fun after a while. But roll me a Constitution check. I want to see how you're holding up. You're loving this.
Rocking it out.
Well, you're a tiefling, right? So you're used to the warm, and I mean you have been lugging around a big ass sword. So yeah, you're really liking this. There's a rhythm to it. It's almost like a dance. You can't do it chaotically. There's got to be a pattern. It's almost like drumming, you know. But the day goes on, starts to get dark out at night. The wind starts to pick up. Doesn't really bite into you being near that forge, but after a while, if you try to look out and around, you realize that you've been staring at glowing red hot things all day, and so all you can see is just where it's orange and stuff in the forge, and everything else is just kind of weird purple splooch everywhere. You get done working for the day, and he starts shutting down the forge, and he walks you over to the assortment of weapons over there. Some of them look like he was definitely practicing, but there's a couple that catch your eye. I want you to roll... Oh my god. A D12 twice? Is he in the room with you guys? Oh no.
He's in front of the door.
He is. Let me go check this out real quick. No, baby bed. Come on, baby bed.
Yeah. 14. Sure.
All right, so you got
14.
11 and a 3.
so you got an 11 and then a 3. All right. And then roll 2 more for me if you would. Well, okay. So there's a few okay weapons and stuff up there, but there's one in particular, and it's a great sword. It looks to be in perfect condition. It isn't. It's pretty simple, but in its simplicity, it looks really fantastic. But there are some just embellishments up near towards where the handle is. It's on the blade, but it's like right up near the crossguard. There's some just light engraving, filigree work done right there. And the more you look at it, the more like you really can almost feel the weight of that in your hands. The blade itself is kind of a smoke or slate gray, from what you can tell, except where it's been polished off and it's a bright silver, almost a white. Um, the handle and the pommel itself are, you want to say gold, but it's not quite gold. It's almost too silver for that. The leather wrapped around the handle is beautiful black. So that's really caught your eye. And you notice as you're looking at that one, you like it, do you?
Oh yeah. I'm curious. So what are these engravings on here?
I'm not going to tell that story until you've earned it, but I do tell you what. If you feel like helping me around the forge, say, twice a week over the course of the next month, we might talk about trading.
Really? All right, deal. I'd totally be down for that.
Thank you for the work. He reaches back behind him and pulls out a little pouch, and he pulls out a handful of coins and hands them to you. And he's like, "For your work today."
Oh no. I just appreciate doing this work. Like it was really invigorating. Thank you.
All right, well,
I'm
go.
more interested in that sword.
If you want to and get rid of that orcish sword, I'll straight out trade you for that sword for any of these other swords out here on the wall. And there are a couple nice ones. In fact, if you let's see, how many do you find? Well, there's one other one that's decent. Go ahead and roll. Go roll me a D100. Holy shit. Okay, so that's, yeah, there's another one right beside it. He picks it up. It's got a sheath and everything, and this looks like almost like a military officer's version of a great sword. So it's a big ass thick sword, but it's treated really well. It's not super intricate, but it's clean and it's really well balanced. It's like straight up trade for your orc sword. What do you say?
Deal.
And the work you've done today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll totally take that.
All right.
Also, my name is Rawless. What's your name?
Oh.
Very rude of me.
I'll do what Hermit does. His name is, let me find it on the list.
Yes.
You think you're so funny?
Oh, I am.
Pikeman, Durgrave Pikeman. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Pikeman. And I look forward to working more with you.
I as well. I'm going to go in and get me some of me sister's stew and get my feet up on a little stool, I think. But you take good care tonight.
You as well. Look forward.
He walks around the corner and opens his door and goes inside his own little domicile.
And I put my semi-clothes back on. I don't use that mic today.
You do what now? I'm sorry.
Put my cloak and my hat back on.
Okay. Go.
And I'll head out and go to the. I think I'll go to the church.
Okay.
Or at least look for somebody. One of my team members.
As you're heading off in that direction, you kind of are walking past the tavern area, And you can hear it. It's not annoyingly loud. It sounds pretty. It sounds enjoyable. There's a lot of voices in there. There's a lot of laughing, some giggling, some singing. Obviously, somebody's trying to play a lute in the back, not very well, but nobody really cares. It's kind of fun. You can hear glasses clink in the background every once in a while. Well, not glasses, but tankards clink, rather, not glasses clink. There's definitely a smell of ale coming out of there and pipe smoke, cedar, like hearth fire. But yeah, you're passing the tavern in the end. You see a sign on it, and the sign is a picture that shows what looks like a human laying flat on the ground with a giant chunk of ice making all of his limbs kind of stick out from underneath it. And it's called the where is it? The Ice Faller Inn and Tavern.
Oh, can I like? So I'm just hearing this.
Yeah, it's just so. All right, can you see that drawing that I have? Like just the basic drawing, the city drawing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back here was the blacksmith's house, right?
Yeah.
And as you're walking down this way, this is the tavern.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
and it's a 4-story tavern.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Yeah.
Right?
Something else you guys can't really tell unless you really zoom in, but this is like a stairwell over here. And this city, well, this village is up on 3 tiers. So this tower in the back half of the entire city over here, it's up on a higher pillar, a higher tier than this middle half over here. That's on a lower tier, and then all this is down lower even still. That's why you can see all the different stairs going up between the different tiers.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, I'm highly curious and I'm loving that smell, so I'm gonna go in. Forget about going to find my party members.
The lure of the tavern. All right.
Yes.
You walk in there, and it's exactly like it sounded from outside. It's joyous. It doesn't seem to be any sort of celebration, but everybody seems to be pretty happy. Lots of torches and lanterns in here, keeping everything pretty bright. Serving women are walking around delivering ale and meat all over the place. Some wines here and there, and you can see somebody's drinking probably a brandy. In fact, you can smell they're drinking a brandy from here. Lots of wonderful smelling dishes are being pulled out of the kitchen and set in front of various people. And up towards the front near the big fireplace, there is a bard and his assistant who is trying to play a lute and not doing it well. But they're just laughing at it anyways. Every once in a while, somebody tosses a coin up onto the stage. And, there is seating both at the bar and just kind of over by the fireplace. There's like a couple solitary stools that have like a little tiny table next to them. Just enough to set a drink and.
Just happy. All right. Yeah. No, I want to go to the bar, get myself a drink.
All right.
And I actually want to watch the bar and his assistant play some music.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Honku.
Um.
You get done helping the people at the church along with Aspen, and they seem very appreciative. One of the one that wasn't talking earlier, the younger, what looked like a half drow, she comes up and presses like a little tiny bag into your hand, and she just bows and walks away. And when you look at it, it's just a few silver pieces, but just for your help around the church. So,
And she walks off.
yeah, she motions to you. She's kind of pointing that way, and then she points to herself, and then she's got to go do her nightly prayers, is what she's indicating.
For sure. All right. I think I'm gonna walk around the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around just the market or the entire town?
Oh, the town.
Okay. I'll let you know what happens here in a few. Aspen, what are you doing?
What day is it?
What
time is it?
It's probably getting close to about 9 o'clock now. And the same with you. The other assistant walked over to you and he said, thank you for your help today. And he gives you a small pouch with a few silver in it. And he's like, it's time for our evening prayers and meditations now. Go ahead and go on up to your room or walk around town, make yourself comfortable. You are not required to be at our evening prayers. But again, we thank you for your help.
Okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs as well and do my prayers and go ahead and get an early night's sleep.
Okay. Take note of that actually somewhere. I'll take note of that. You should remember that though.
That's pretty boring. I think I'll remember it.
The reason being is if you are actually very well rested, not just, had a long rest, but very well rested, it gives you certain bonuses.
Okay.
Brom,
Good night.
Yeah.
what are you doing? It's starting to get dark, almost too dark out here to draw by. I mean, you've got lanterns and stuff around you, but it's throwing really weird shadows onto your paper.
Okay. And how clear is the night sky around here at this point? Is it still pretty cloudy and everything?
It's still incredibly cloudy, and the wind is picking up. You see
Okay.
snow kind of drifting in every once in a while at ground level. You've been drawing pretty much for a good few hours, so I'm going to have you roll underneath your actual wisdom score. Roll a d20 and see if you can roll under your actual wisdom score. Well,
Yeah.
that's a yes, I imagine. What's your actual wisdom score?
18.
Oh, damn. Okay, so
Yeah.
you did that really well.
Without a modifier, that's a 2.
So if this is something you've been doing for a while, today something finally clicked. So you can now take art, drawing as a proficiency.
Okay.
Nice.
What is it that you're going to be doing?
I'm assuming at this point I'm probably actually getting pretty hungry, so
Oh yeah, and you can
wander off
smell
to
the food from the tavern. It's like
Yeah.
right behind you.
I'm gonna make my way to the tavern and go get some food.
Okay. You see Rawless in there, and he seems to be enjoying himself. He's got his knit cap on, but he's bare chested, and he's sitting up at the bar, and he kind of seems to be trying to tap his foot in time with the bard and the lute player in the back, but they're not in time, so it's just kind of funny to watch. Rawless, make me a Constitution check.
Oh, okay. Oh!
You were definitely getting a buzz. That stuff is sweet and delicious, and when you look back, you didn't realize that you hadn't gotten only just one drink, but you see 3 empty steins behind you as well.
Nice. Do I notice Braum come in?
Yeah, because the door is literally right next to you. And it's just a couple of swinging open doors. It's almost like the ones that you'd see on an Old West tavern, but bigger for obvious reasons. But yeah, Braum comes on in, and he's got some papers kind of like rolled up in one of his hands, but he comes in. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go up to Braum, wrap my arm around, like, hey, with my drink in my hand. I'm like, hey, Braum, welcome. You need a drink too?
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need a drink, and I might need a couple to catch up with you. I also need some food, though. Ooh.
Oh yeah, my treat. Let's go. Come on. Starts dragging him, and just very, very enthusiastic.
So the bartender, he's kind of a very ovoid-looking person. He's very round, and he's got a bald head, but he's just always looked like he can't help it. He just looks happy all the time. It almost makes you want to laugh, but not like laugh at him, like laugh with him. But he's a very big, very jovial character, and he's got his rag wrapped around one hand. He slams the hand down on the table. What can I do about getting you a pair of horns of the bull? He's looking at the two of you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. He yells across the tavern, and he's like, horns! And everybody starts cheering, and basically the entire tavern turns around and looks at you. He goes behind the bar for a few minutes, and you can hear he's kind of really trying to work away at something. He's making some grunts and groans, and you can hear like the keg pouring, and then it stops, and then another keg's pouring. And after a little bit, you're trying to peek over the counter, you can't quite tell. This guy turns around, and he's obviously straining under the weight. There's 2 giant yak horns, one under each arm, and you could just see him overflowing with mead and ale and something else in there, probably some sort of brandy. He asked for his wife one of his daughters to come over and sit down the stands. And they do. And they come and bring over a couple wrought iron stands and set them on the bar in front of you. And he puts the horns down on top of them, and they kind of creak under the weight. And these things, probably, a good 3 feet tall or so. Very big around. And he's like, enjoy the horns. The horns of the bull.
Thank you, my good man. Rom, I bet I can outdrink you right now.
There, you can see other people around the tavern actually putting money down for something. There's clinkings of coins going on. You see somebody shoving some money up their sleeve, and everybody, like pretty much the entire tavern's looking at you, including the guy playing the lute. He's just like,
all right, well then let's do this.
Right, hell yeah. I've set my fist down on the bar like several times to get myself up more. Grab that hefty bitch and start chugging.
The bartender looks at me and he's like, I'd take a warning sip just so you know what you're getting yourself into first.
Ooh, it's too late for that.
Oh, are you going to try to chug it?
I'm going to say a little prayer under my breath and cast guidance on myself.
Well done. Do you want to pop that up on the screen, what guidance does? Or I can?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Watch your chat bubble, guys.
So I get an additional D4 to an ability check of my choice for the next minute, so I'm going to throw that on Constitution.
Oh my gosh. Nice. I wish I had something to save me, but nope.
I don't know. I haven't looked at Barbarian. Barbarian might very well have some abilities that can really save their ass. Maybe not until they're like second or third level, though.
Yeah, no. It's first level, I just have rage. So let's get to that point.
Okay.
You can angrily drink that beer.
So are you guys going to chug this, or what's the plan?
My Constitution.
I think, yeah, we're going to be trying to see who drinks faster at this point.
Actually, I am curious. Would it be dangerous to go in a rage in order for my Constitution?
Well, not unless you're prone to that, like you fail some sort of like crazy sanity check or something.
Well,
I mean, you've seen some crap, but I don't think you've developed PTSD yet. Rage is more something that isn't intentional, like you purposely lose it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And unless you're constantly making attacks, then you naturally go out of rage too.
Okay, so I have to keep a tally of this, and I'm going to have you guys roll a series of Constitution checks.
God.
For each one that you succeed on, and it's a DC 14, for each one you succeed on, you gain a half tally mark, which means it affects you, but not a whole lot. If you fail on it, you get a full tally mark. All right? And for each one you fail on, that also means you are a round behind. So, and it's going to take you 10 rounds total, well-ish, to fill off the whole thing.
Okay.
So, let's go for your first con checks, guys.
Okay.
Well, that's a success. So half mark for Dan. Oh, well, no, that's just his plus D4. So.
Yeah, but no, she got a 3.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, she got a natural 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you are coughing and spitting. You actually take 2 points of drunk on that. That went right to your head. Holy crap. But it did put you a little bit ahead in the race. But you're like blowing this shit out your nose. You're making a spectacle. All right, go ahead and roll.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay, so that wasn't a critical failure. So 14. All right.
Yep. Whew.
That's just another half point for you.
Good thing I put guidance.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, you are starting to feel it. Like you're starting to get the good high right now, but that's worrisome because you're only 3 rounds in, or 3. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, you're starting to feel good, and by God, you have bubbles all over your face and spilled down your chest and everything else. But you're going.
Is my chest glistening at least with the?
Oh yeah.
Nice. That's all that matters.
It's hard to tell underneath all the foam. All right, go ahead and roll again, guys.
Damn.
You both didn't make that one, so
Nope,
yeah, I guess
can
you
have
did.
+3.
Holy shit.
He is doing it.
All right,
I feel like.
you're pretty sure he's winning because
Oh.
you're drinking against 2 of him, so that's not fair.
At least I got a 21 after that, so.
And so did I without my D4.
Nice.
Well done, guys. You guys both got a
You're recovering.
Well, instead of like trying to drink like this, suddenly you're just like like perk up out of nowhere. You got like mildly sober in a minute. Okay, keep going, guys. Both of you guys have the horns up in the air, and you're slowly leaning back, slowly. Oh.
Natural 1 on my end.
I see that. All right,
That's a
Dan.
total
It
of 7.
suddenly kicks in and hits you. Yep. Here it's yep.
Oh my god.
And
This
Ross,
is a
yep.
disaster.
Ross got 6.
Yeah, you're ready to start singing at the top of your lungs, but you just got to get this down first. And your body is feeling good. Dan, you're beyond tipsy, but you're not wasted.
Okay.
All right, roll again, guys. We're almost there.
5.
All right,
I got
dude.
total of 17.
Well, you're doing good. You're officially drunk. Rollis, that was the last of it. She drained the entire thing in one last go. Went to stand up and shout, and instantly, before any words come out of her mouth, a whole bunch of foam just kind of leaks down her chin, sticks her arms out, and falls flat to the floor, and is asleep that fast.
Hell yeah. Good night.
Boom! All right, you are out.
Oh man.
Honku, I'm going to assume that as you were walking around town, you heard like some craziness going on in the tavern, and came and watched this spectacle.
I'm gonna, for now, drag Rollis over by the fireplace.
All right. All right. The bard and his attendant go back to playing the music and stuff, and everybody's laughing. And every once in a while, you see somebody come up and like stuff a copper into your boot, into his boot, like kind of like just hazing you basically. Like people would stick pencils down your crack or something if you were passed out. They're all sticking a penny in your boot for the entertainment we provided. After a minute, the bartender walks over and he hands each of you the horns. Well, you can't take it, but he hands the 2 of you the horns. And he's like, "That's 10 gold, but here's your horns to keep it."
Hell
yeah. Yeah, you might want to take some out of her pocket.
Yeah. I'll grab some gold out of her pocket. And is it 10 altogether or 10 each?
10 altogether, 5 each.
Okay, I'll take 5 out of her, 5 out of mine.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are chilling by the fire. Honku, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get myself a drink.
All right.
And then chill by the fire too.
Okay. Yeah, you go over there. Rollis is just snoring up a storm, possibly blowing bubbles. You're not sure. And you're just kind of chilling there with Braum. Aspen, you still trying to get sleep? You're just in bed? Oh, you did your prayers and stuff.
Good night's sleep. It's warm. I'm cozy. I'm kind of thinking about that ring. Maybe I have a dream about it. But other than that, I'm the only one with any sense in the party. So.
Fair. Make a roll. It's not going to be easy, but make a the insight roll.
Okay.
You got a DC of 17 though, so it means you have to roll higher than a 17.
Sorry, hang on.
I swear.
Am I
think
rolling
the
again?
dice knew my character was already drunk.
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Insight.
And my.
Yep. So if you look at your character sheet.
Okay.
It'd be under your skills.
It's not that. It's actually just black.
Your whole.
So it'd be a wisdom check for you.
No. I'm
Like
saying like it's a black roll20 screen. Like.
Oh.
Like.
Let me come
I'm
look
trying
real
to.
quick.
Hang on, I might have been able to reload it.
Good night.
Guess I was inactive for too long. I got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got it. So insight?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Way to rock it out.
Mm-mm.
All right. What'd you get?
17.
Really? Oh my God. Okay. You do actually have a dream about it.
Hey.
It's really hard to interpret, but you know that the ring is magical. The feeling that you're getting from it, if you'd gotten a critical, I could have told you more. But the feeling that you're getting from it is it feels like it eats magic. Like, not aggressively, but that's just its purpose.
So it drains magic? Is that what I'm thinking?
That's one way to like kind of interpret the information. If you could find like a wizard or somebody who actually knows like how to read magic or how to detect magic, you could learn more. And that's something you can pray to your god to learn as well. But yeah, you can't quite put your finger on it, but the feeling you get is it devours magic in a way.
Okay.
So, but all right, what are you guys doing? Rawlis is passed out. Anku, I think, is completely relaxed.
Am I having a good dream, at least? As I'm passed out?
You have no dream. You're barely hanging on to subconsciousness. Let's see if anybody interesting comes into the tavern while you guys are in there. I think my oh, there we go. Not much of interest. Off in the corner, you can tell that a couple of the dwarves are trying to pick a fight with one of the humans, and some words get heated, and then one of the bouncers comes over and pretty much calms it down, kicks the two dwarves out. Other than that, nothing of interest really happens, and the night winds down, and people slowly leave. Some of them take their meals upstairs. A lot of the dwarves do, because a lot of them are the dwarf miners that are staying in town. But night's dying out, and everybody's going to bed, so.
You guys gonna drag my fat ass back to the church?
Yeah, I was just about. Yeah. Honku, you wanna give me a help with Rawlis here?
Yeah,
Get the leg.
I got a 7, so.
Oof.
I have one ankle. You want to take the other one?
Roll a strength check, Honku.
Okay. Shit. 1 second.
I'm strong, big boy. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a lot of strength for that.
Not one.
Just bonk on the floor.
Well, you're gonna.
We are
wake
not
up.
doing well at dragging him.
No.
I'm taking this one from personal life experience, not something that happened to me, but near me. You're going to wake up with bursted blood vessels in your eyes in the morning from the drop that you had straight onto your face. Yeah. Anyhow, which one of you has the higher strength?
I have a 14. So I'm assuming Honku does.
I have 15.
Okay. So, Brahm, if you assist Honku with picking Morales up, that would give him advantage.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay. All right, Honku, do you want to roll your strength again?
I mean, it's drunkenly assisting, but
Yeah.
Okay. She gets advantage though, so you
I
can
know
pick
it's a
either one
good
of the
thing. It's a very good thing.
Thank God.
And
Oh my God. I'm just not gonna wake up tomorrow.
We'll say that you did get one of your ankles cracked pretty good. Not that you know it yet, but when you wake up in the morning, you're going to have some questions. But you do manage to pick him up, and you guys are heading back up to the chapel.
Yeah.
It might be wise to not really show all the people that live in the chapel that you're bringing somebody wasted into there. So do you try to be a little bit stealthy about it?
Well, as well as a drunk person can be stealthy.
Well, they're so drunk that they're just dead weight.
Well, they're gonna have to deal with stairs. Isn't there rooms in the longhouse? Maybe that would be better for the night. My spirit says to them as I'm trying to be good with the church.
Somehow the cleric is trying to impart some wisdom your way.
And I don't want to be woken up with this,
It does seem like the longhouse might be a better idea.
Yeah, because my stealth right now is a 6.
Or if you guys were really funny, you could stuff them up in the same little cabin that the ogre's sleeping in.
Oh my God. There'd be so many questions.
You can snuggle with the ogre and the puppies.
Anyways, so what's the plan, you two?
Yeah. Where are you gonna dump my poor body?
Please don't come to the chapel.
I mean,
okay. No more conferring.
If we see the ogre on the way, I would definitely point that direction.
Oh, you see him.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He's out there. He's just having a beer. He's just sitting in front of his little thing, just having a beer.
So I'll just drunkily stagger over there and shh to the ogre as we put him inside of the ogre's tent.
You see the ogre, just his face splits into a shit-eating grin, and he just holds up his beer stein and just downs it. I keep him warm. I would keep him warm.
I just pat him on the elbow because I'm assuming he's a few feet taller than me, so I can't pat him on his shoulder.
All right, you put Rawls's body into the ogre's little whatever you want to call it, the domicile. Yeah, it's basically covered from ceiling to floor in just blankets and furs. I mean, it's just a little cubby hole of fluff.
That's cozy.
Yeah, it is really cozy.
That sounds awesome, actually.
But yeah, he just goes in there and he just kind of curls up, puts an arm over, and he just grins. He goes to sleep pretty much instantly, and he just starts snoring.
Well, at least I'm warm.
Yeah.
Right?
Incredibly warm.
Yeah.
You're warm.
Yeah.
All right, are you guys heading back to the church?
Yeah.
All right. You guys head back over to the church, and as you go in there, you can see what was his name? Brother Drelden, the one that looks kind of like an albino. He just looks over, and he kind of just gives you the eyebrow, but he also kind of grins at the same time. And he just conveniently walks back to the back behind the pulpit area. That's not good. All right, so you guys are upstairs. I take it you're all going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay. We will call it there then, so you guys have time to kind of get some of your stuff together before you head out. But we'll go ahead and call it there. So, till next time.
This was dope. This was great.
You're gonna
Alright.
wake up snuggling with an ogre.
Night out there, guys.
Oh my god. Bye.
And everybody.
Man, that was hilarious.
That was
That was, oh my god. Herman was like, how do I find the D20?
But
Alright,
you'll
then.
get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you going to be online tonight, Dan?
I'm online every night,
Okay.
but nobody's there with me. I'm all alone.
I know, I haven't been on the past like,
John's
2 or 3
always there.
Me? I haven't been on in the past 2 nights.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 nights.
Alright, well,
I think
will
I've hit a light level of 1530 now.
Oh my god. I'm never going to be able to catch up.
I think I'm gonna change out some spells for next time.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want help throwing those in, let me know what spells you want, and I can put them onto your character sheet for you.
Yeah, that way you can take a look at
Yeah.
the book and just tell Dan later before the next game.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, as a cleric, you have access to all of your spells. It's just you get to pick what spells you're gonna use for the day after every time you do an 8-hour rest.
Yeah, and that's what Sean was saying. I didn't know that, and then I think I went a little like edible heavy. Like all my spells involve food and water. So it's not super fun. So I think I'm gonna try for something a little more interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you can always mix in some combat and or control in there too if you want to. So,
Yeah, definitely.
but
Yeah, I
let me know which
appreciate
ones
it,
you want,
thank
and I can